Evolution is a cycle of destruction followed by creation. This old adage holds especially true for the media and entertainment industry. The currently evolved audiovisual content industry is an outcome of the turbulence in the media and entertainment industry when the world moved on to the new millennium and continued through its first decade. The power struggle amongst the production houses, the studios, the TV networks, cable television, and the phenomenal rise of social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook sowed the seeds of evolution and various OTT platforms we witness today. There's a cost attached to every evolution, and the price this time was paid by many wonderful pieces of content that never received the mature management, including marketing and exhibition exposure, that the shows receive nowadays. Hello, and welcome to our channel, Marvelous Videos. In this video, we're going to be exploring underrated sci-fi shows from the 2000s that we don't hear enough about. Before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to the channel. It's a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Night Visions, 2001. Night Visions was produced by Warner Bros. Television for the Fox network and aired from 2001 to 2002. This horror anthology television series had each episode composed of 2 half-hour stories, with the theme being the dark side of human nature, including the supernatural. The show was created by Dan Angel and Billy Brown, who both previously worked on John Carpenter's 1993 horror anthology Body Bags and the series Goosebumps, which aired on Fox Kids from 1995 to 98. Uncharacteristically, Henry Rollins, the musician, hosted the show. The creators never intended to have a host, they just wanted a voiceover to introduce the story, but had to relent to the pressures applied by the producers who wanted a celebrity face attached to the show as a fail-safe mechanism in addition to the strength of the content. Night Visions focused on the psychologically disturbing, suspense-driven life of characters. The show was a nice mix of stories comprised of good psychological thrillers, psychological terror, a little bit of sci-fi, some killers on the loose, and once in a while, even some monsters. Another strength of the film was its celebrity directors. It included Tobe Hooper and Joe Dante, best known for directing feature films, Brian Dennehy, Jo Beth Williams, and Bill Pullman, all famous actors, and even Whoopi Goldberg wanted to direct a segment for Night Visions, but scheduling issues nipped that idea in the bud. Notable cast includes Henry Rollins, Emily Holmes, Dion Luther, and Brittany Tiplady, who was nominated for Best Performance in a TV Series, amongst others. This show had 13 episodes of 43 minutes each, and 26 total stories, but Fox aired 10 episodes only from July 2001 to September 2001 after 2 failed attempts of premiering it earlier thanks to the tentativeness of the broadcaster. The creators also had to reschedule the pilot episodes with another episode. Thankfully, the show reran on the Sci-Fi Channel beginning on June 14, 2002, and even broadcast the last 3 remaining episodes that were never aired on Fox. The cable channel Chiller also reran the series. Internationally, 9 Network reran the show in Australia during the 2000s, in addition to airing it in other countries such as Italy, the Philippines, Malaysia, and South Africa. Unfortunately, Warner Bros. Has never released the show on DVD. As of 2024, the series was streaming on Plex, Google Play, and Apple TV+, but you can also rent or purchase it on Amazon Video. Lexx TV series, 1996 to 2002, aka Lexx, The Dark Zone Stories, and Tales from a Parallel Universe. This show is a science fiction TV series created by Lexx Jaijarov and Donovan brothers Paul and Michael. The series is a Canadian-German co-production with some additional funding from Channel 5. The plot of the series unfolds over 6,000 years. The central character Kai's death occurs more than 2,000 years before the beginning of the series, and we're informed that mankind was nearly destroyed in a war with the insect civilization thousands of years ago. In this side, both sides sought total annihilation of the other. Although the Brunnen G led humanity to victory, they were later enslaved by the Divine Order, a religious cult. His shadow, a mystical being, is a demigod of the Divine Order and seeks to enslave the 2 universes. It was foretold to Kai by the Time Prophet that one day his people would destroy his shadow and the last remnants of the insect civilization. The series follows a group of mismatched individuals aboard the organic spacecraft Lexx as they travel through 2 universes and encounter planets, including a caricature of Earth. The main characters of the series are Security Guard Class 4 Stanley H. Tweedle, played by Brian Downey, the love slave Zev Bellringer, Eva Haberman from seasons 1 to 2, and later Zev Bellringer, played by Xenia Seberg in seasons 2 through 4, the undead former assassin and last of the Brunnon G, Kai, played by Michael McManus, and Jeffrey Hirschfield as the voice of the love-crazed robot head 790, as well as Tom Gallant as the voice of the powerful but simple-minded Lexx. Lexx ran for 4 seasons between 1996 and 2002, and let's just say the tone shifted a lot over that time. Season 1 started off as 4 made-for-TV movies, and Season 2 stuck to a sci-fi drama vibe with some dark comedy. Each season was basically a space adventure with the crew landing on a new planet each time, but things took a turn in seasons 3 and 4. This setting became more fixed, first with the characters in cryostasis and later on twin planets called Fire and Water. The show got a lot deeper, exploring life, death, reincarnation, and all those heavy existential themes. Then came season 4, where Lexx reached Earth in the early 2000s and things got really weird. The show leaned hard into absurdity, introducing magic and all kinds of out there elements. It went from dark comedy and sci-fi to full-on farce. If you look at the show's production history, it makes sense why the tone shifts so much. It started on Canada's City TV as 4 TV movies in 97 and was then co-produced by Salter Street Films and aired on Showcase as a proper series. Later, the Sci-Fi Channel picked it up in 2000 for US audiences, rebranding season 1 as Lexx, Tales from a Parallel Universe. Even though it never became a mainstream hit, Lexx has built a serious cult following over the years because, let's be real, there's nothing else quite like it. Although still included with Amazon Prime in the UK and Australia, the series was removed from Amazon Prime in the US in 2019, although episodes remained available for individual purchase and download. The DVDs of the 4 seasons of the series are also available in the US. Farscape, 1999 to 2003. The series first ran on the Australian TV channel 9 Network and the Canadian YTV channel. Subsequently, it was aired by the Sci-Fi Channel in the USA and BBC Two in the UK. This Australian-American sci-fi TV series was conceived by Rockne S. O'Bannon and Brian Henson and produced by the Jim Henson Company and Hallmark Entertainment. Farscape premiered in North America on the Sci-Fi Channel's Sci-Fi Friday block in March 1999 as flag-bearer series of the network. The plan was to have 5 seasons for the series, but it could only complete 4 seasons of 22 episodes each without a climactic finish. The unfinished business was taken care of by Brian Henson, the co-producer, by making a mini-series of 3 hours called Farscape, The Peacekeeper Wars, which he directed as well. There was buzz in the industry in 2007 that Farscape would be made into a web series, but that wasn't to be. Although, in December 2008, a comic book miniseries was released as a sequel to both the TV show and the much-anticipated web series. Farscape revolves around a group of diverse characters in an alien world who form a martial organization called the Peacekeepers to escape and hide from the corrupt authorities of that strange world. The Peacekeepers reside inside a biophysical spaceship called Moya. Moya, a living entity, she conceives and gives birth to a baby warship, has amazing intelligence and conscience which protects and hides the group. Soon they're joined by the protagonist, John Crichton, played by Ben Browder, a futuristic American astronaut who unintentionally flies into a wormhole near Earth during an experimental spaceflight. Coincidentally, on the same day, Moya rescues another stranger, Aaron's son, played by Claudia Black, who's supposed to be a peacekeeper. In the pursuit of returning to Earth, Crichton unintentionally antagonizes some denizens of Moya, the primary one being Scorpius. Peacekeepers wish to recapture their native planets and begin to explore wormhole war technology, mainly to equip them with specialized wormhole weapons. While exploring these wormholes, we gradually discover how the various characters change due to their interpersonal interactions during the exciting adventures together. Crichton's obsession with wormhole technology, his relationship with Aaron, and the neural clone of Scorpius that resides inside Crichton's brain and haunts him incessantly form the central theme of the series. The series is told in a serialized format, with each episode involving a self-contained story while contributing to a larger storyline. The series was a winner of 12 awards and nominated for 29 others in various prestigious awards functions. There were quite a few reasons for the series' low popularity popularity in the USA. The broadcast of Farscape on Sci-Fi was noted for its erratic scheduling, with hiatuses usually lasting months and often occurring mid-season. For example, the final 4 episodes of Season 1 aired beginning in January 2000, nearly 4 months after the broadcast of the preceding episode. The final 4 episodes of Season 3 were separated from the rest of the season by a gap of more than 6 months. Except for Ben Browder, an American actor, nearly the entire cast originates from Australia and New Zealand. Farscape's characters frequently make use of slang such as frel, dren, and hasmana as a substitute for English expletives. The Sci-Fi Channel started airing the series Lexx in the same segment of Sci-Fi Friday in January 2000, which didn't bode well for either series as their content and themes were quite similar. This series can still be viewed on Amazon Prime Video as well as some other online channels. The Middleman, 2008. The Middleman is an American television series created by Grillo Marxausch and Les McLean. The series was developed for ABC Family based on the Viper comic series The Middleman. Originally confirmed for 13 episodes, the order was reduced to a 12-episode season due to low ratings. The series ran for 1 season in 2008. The unproduced 13th episode was released in July 2009 as a comic book entitled The Middleman, The Doomsday Armageddon Apocalypse, and was billed as a series finale. On July 28, 2009, Shout Factory released the complete series in a set of DVDs. The Middleman is a freelance fixer of exotic problems, which includes mad scientists bent on taking over the world, hostile aliens, and various supernatural threats. He's aided by a grumpy robot named Ida, played by Mary Pat Gleason, and behaves like a strict small-town schoolteacher. The protagonist of the series, Wendy Watson, played by Natalie Morales, has a cool head and photographic memory. She's a struggling artist and lives in an illegal sublet apartment with her young, photogenic animal activist friend Lacey Thornfield, played by Britt Morgan. Wendy is recruited by a secret agency headed by the Middleman, played by Matt Kiesler, to fight against evil forces. After noticing Wendy's talent, the Middleman feels she's fit to be the next Middleman, obviously after some training and grooming. Wendy struggles to balance the world-saving adventures with her friendships with Lacey and her neighbor Noser, played by Jake Smollett. The main bête noire of the Middleman is manservant Neville, played by Mark Shepard, the dreaded leader of forces of the evil corporation Fat Boy. The series refers to numerous pop culture characters by delivering famous dialogue from movies involving the Mafia, including Doctor Who, The Dark Knight, Scarface, and The Godfather. Unfortunately, many believe that ABC Family, a cable channel, was the wrong broadcaster choice for airing this intelligent series because of its core viewership. Hence, it couldn't even complete the run of its first season. We recommend watching it on Prime Video or Apple TV on your Roku device in case you find the premise interesting. Odyssey 5, 2002. A Canadian sci-fi television series, this show aired in 2002 on Space in Canada and Showtime in the USA. It was later aired by broadcasters in many countries in Europe. Sadly, the series ended prematurely after only 19 episodes, and the creator of the series, Manny Coto, never got a chance to reveal the ending. He was the scriptwriter and executive producer of the show as well. Manny Coto had ambitions of returning to the series to continue and give a proper ending to the show, but these plans never materialized. 5 space travelers and a television news reporter are sent on a routine flight on the space shuttle Odyssey 7 in 2007. While they're in space, Earth rapidly dissolves into a fiery ball and implodes. The ground control of the Odyssey is lost and 1 astronaut gets killed. Miraculously, the 5 remaining crew members are rescued by Seeker, an inorganic being from another alien world. The Seeker informs them that 50 other planets with life have faced the same fate as Earth. The Seeker never managed to intervene timely enough. The life on those planets has been destroyed entirely, and it was the first time that the Seeker has discovered survivors in the form of the 5 on board Odyssey 7. The Seeker offers to send the 5 back in time to 2002, giving them a chance to save Earth. Only the consciousness of the 5 can be sent back in time, as physical time travel is yet to be discovered. Leviathan, a code word associated with the disaster, holds the key to their successful mission for the team of Earthlings. The villains are a race of disembodied AI known as sentients. They were trying to learn about humanity through artificial humanoid robots called synthetics. synthetics. In the past, a group of synthetics was destroyed by a secret US government agency. Perhaps the destruction of Earth was an act of retaliation by the sentients. Peter Weller, Sebastian Roche, Christopher Gorham, Tamara Marie Watson, and Leslie Silva feature in the show as principal characters. The show was pretty enjoyable as technology like AI, nanotechnology, and neuroimaging was frequently displayed in the show to make it believable. The human drama is portrayed via interaction between the team. Since all of them are strangers, they occasionally argue, but sometimes they joke around and agree. Their limited knowledge of the future does not deter them from maintaining social lives as they have a common purpose: rescue the world. You can currently watch the show on Fubo TV.
200 feet in diameter.
The 4400. 2004 through 2007. Written and created by Scott Peters and Renee Echevarria, The 4400 is a science fiction television series produced by CBS Paramount Network Television in association with B-Sky B, Renegade 83, and American Zoetrope for USA Network in the United States and Sky One in the UK. The first season, a miniseries of 5 episodes, was an instant hit. Soon, another 3 seasons of 13 episodes followed, and surreally, the series ended after airing 44 episodes when it looked like it could have continued for many more seasons. The very first episode of the series starts with a bang when a ball of light deposits a group of 4,400 people near Mount Rainier, Washington in the US. All of these people disappeared in a beam of green light on different dates since 1946. Not one of them has aged from the time of their disappearance. The hapless people are totally baffled and disoriented. Most of their loved ones aren't alive, and ones who are alive have assumed that they were no more and moved on with their lives, and their neighborhoods have totally changed. Many of the 4400 reappear with dramatic abilities, such as enhanced reflexes, recognition, telekinesis, telepathy, as well as some other powers. Their readjustment to current society becomes a headache for the US government, as some of them are unwilling to accept their fate. They want to change things back to their liking, which implies chaos and social unrest, and maybe even a little terrorism. The NTAC, or the National Threat Assessment Command, is the government agency responsible for keeping track of the returnees and investigating all things related to the 4400. The show follows 2 NSA agents who try to discover what happened to them and why. The 4400 starred Joel Gretsch and Jacqueline McKenzie and ran from July 11, 2004 to September 16, 2007, but behind the scenes it had a pretty bumpy ride. The original producers split up. In fact, this was the only show to come out of the American Zoetrope Viacom deal, and then in 2006, Viacom itself split into 2 companies, with the CBS Corporation taking over as co-producer. As if that wasn't enough, the 2007 Writers Guild of America strike and budget issues hit hard, which led to a significant drop in ratings. Unfortunately, that meant that the show didn't get renewed. But despite all that, the 4400 still has a dedicated fan base, and you can stream it on Netflix and other platforms. The Lost Room. 2006. The Lost Room is a 2006 supernatural television miniseries that aired on the Sci-Fi Channel, aka Sci-Fi, in the United States. Based on the story by Christopher Leone and Paul Workman, this miniseries of 3 episodes of 2 hours each was created by Leone along with Laura Harcum. It aired on 3 consecutive days, December 11th to December 13th, 2006, and is considered by many as the best miniseries presented by the Sci-Fi Channel. It received 13 award nominations, including 2 for the Primetime Emmys. The series revolves around the titular room with objects, around 100 items of everyday use in the room, considered powerful artifacts possessing unusual powers. A war has been brewing between at least 3 cabal, or organized groups of object seekers, since the event, which was the moment in time where the room was created. It occurred at 1:20 p.m. on May 4th, 1961, and erased the room and all of its contents from history. Once a typical room at a 1960s motel along US Route 66, the Lost Room has existed outside of normal time and space since 1961, when the said event took place. Amidst this backdrop, the show's protagonist, Joe Miller, Peter Krause, is searching for these objects to rescue his daughter, Anna, played by Ellie Fanning, who has disappeared inside the room. The miniseries had tremendous potential to be made into a proper TV series, but it never happened for reasons as mysterious as the room itself. A comic series was announced in 2010 to take the story forward, but even that initiative was halted in 2013. You can still watch it on Hoopla Digital, Tubi, or Plex on your Roku device. The original series is available in DVD format as well, in 6 parts of 1 hour each in a television-friendly format. The set of DVDs includes an 18-minute long making-of featurette inside the Lost Room with comments from the writers and actors. Cleopatra 2525, 2000 to 2001, created by R.J. Stewart and Robert G. Tappert and produced by Renaissance Pictures and distributed by Studios USA Television Distribution. Many stations aired this show as part of the back-to-back action hour along with Jack of All Trades. This American sci-fi TV series aired in syndication for 2 seasons, 14 episodes each, from January 2000 to March 2001. An exotic dancer is cryogenically frozen after her breast augmentation surgery goes awry, only to be awakened by 2 warrior maidens, Hel and Surge, 500 years later in a world ruled by machines. Cleo, the exotic dancer, is frozen in 2001 and unfrozen in 2525 to fight against robots that have taken over the world. The 3 join forces and try to escape from the underground caves to which humanity has been banished. The trio is aided by a sympathetic robot named Mauser. An unseen woman named Voice gives them their orders. Sometimes you just want a fun, action-packed show with lots of cool characters. Cleopatra 2525 is perfect for that. It's light, fast-paced entertainment where each episode wraps up quickly but still delivers some surprisingly great moments. The show stars Jennifer Skye, Gina Torres, and Victoria Pratt in lead roles, with Patrick Cake as Mauser and Elizabeth Hawthorne as The Voice. Since it aired through public broadcasting syndication, kind of like how smaller networks share news stories, it didn't have the resources for a long run, but if you're curious, you can still catch it on TV Guide. Special Unit 2, 2001. Special Unit 2 was a fun sci-fi crime show that aired on UPN for 2 seasons from April 11, 2001 to February 13, 2002. Created by Evan Katz, the series followed a secret Chicago police division tasked with keeping mythological creatures, called Lexx, in check while hiding their existence from the public. Think Men in Black, but for urban legends. The show starred Michael Lanz as Detective Nick O'Malley, Alexandra Lee as Kate Benson, Danny Woodburn as Carl, Richard Gant as Richard Page, and Jonathan Togo as Jonathan. Unfortunately, UPN canceled it after just 19 episodes due to a management shakeup, but you can still catch it on YouTube. Surface, 2005 through 2006, with 4 nominations, including 1 for a Primetime Emmy and being the winner of 2 awards at the Young Artist Awards, Best Performance in a TV Series, Comedy or Drama, and Leading Young Actor for Carter Jenkins, as well as Best Family TV Series in the Drama category. Surface is an American sci-fi television series created by Jonas and Josh Pate that premiered on NBC on September 9, 2005. The program aired 10 episodes until November 28, 2005, and returned for 5 more episodes on January 2, 2006. On February 6th of that year, the series, produced in syndication by Rockfish Productions and NBC Universal Television, ended prematurely without a proper ending. Subsequently, these 15 episodes were aired by various broadcasters around the globe, but unfortunately, none went ahead and produced the rest of the 7 episodes originally envisioned for the story to complete. This sci-fi thriller dives into genetic engineering and modern biotech, following a secret company that creates artificial life forms. But when strange and often dangerous new sea creatures start appearing, a marine biologist, an insurance salesman, and a teenager find their lives turned upside down. Determined to expose the truth, they clash with the government agents working to keep everything under wraps. The cast includes Lake Bell, J.R. Ferguson, Carter Jenkins, Ian Anthony Dale, Leighton Meester, Eddie Hassel, Robert Lubansky, and Raid Serbizja. Despite its potential, the show struggled due to bad time slots and syndication issues, ultimately leaving fans without a proper ending. You can check it out on Prime Video. Invasion, 2005 to 2006. Included in many Gone Too Soon lists from film critics, Invasion is an American sci-fi TV series created by Sean Cassidy. The series, produced by Sean Cassidy Productions and Warner Bros. TV, aired on ABC from September 21, 2005 through May 17, 2006. It was originally conceived for 5 seasons, but was ended after 22 episodes. With 8 nominations at various award functions, this series also makes it onto our list. The show narrates the story of the aftermath of a hurricane in which water-based extraterrestrial creatures infiltrate a small Florida town. They begin to take over the bodies of the town's inhabitants through a cloning process. A Florida park ranger and his family deal with strange occurrences as they try to uncover the truth about a conspiracy. The best part of this series was that Invasion is not a traditional sci-fi show with weird aliens and humongous monsters and protagonists with laser guns. It's a human drama revolving around 2 families, a drama about good and bad parenting, built on top of an allegoric plot. You can completely replace the alien part of the show with a disease and still make sense out of it. The ensemble cast featuring William Fichtner, Eddie Serbian, Kari Matchett, Lisa Sheridan, Tyler Labine, Alexis Dezenia, Evan Peters, and Ariel Gade is a treat to watch. There were a lot of factors that affected this show's popularity, including its promotion related to Hurricane Katrina, as the original promos included the fictional hurricane in the show, which the marketing team felt would hurt viewers' sentiments. It was also hurt by its late-night time slot and erratic broadcast lineup, because just as fans were getting to the story and wanting to see the anticipated episode next week, either a rerun or another show would be broadcast in the weekly time slot of the series, and all of this together led to a fall in ratings by November 2005. That said, you can still catch the series on Prime Video.
Children, if you're dead, why do you remain in this house?
The Others, 2000. The series The Others is an American sci-fi TV series created by John Brancato and Michael Ferris. They were inspired by the success and acceptance of intelligent content based on paranormal activities. They too wanted to make a TV series in the same cinemascape. The tagline of the show, "They can see to the other side," makes this amply clear. Their project took off when Delusional Films, NBC Studios, and DreamWorks Television agreed to produce their proposed show. It ran for 13 episodes of 40 minutes each from February 5th, 2000 to June 10th, 2000, airing on NBC. College student Marion Kidd is terrified to discover that she has the power to see into the other side. She only comes to terms with her frequently unwanted paranormal abilities when Professor Miles Ballard, a student of paranormal and psychic phenomena, learns of her misery. He introduces Marion to the Others, a group of individuals from different walks of life having different sets of psychic abilities to experience paranormal events, including ghosts, demons, and other horrible entities from the other side. The group then starts investigating cases of people haunted by mysterious circumstances. As the group encounters otherworldly, often frightening alternative dimensions, Marion and the others help each other to understand their abilities better as well, while a dark, evil force looms over the group during this period all the while. You'd think that this show had a smooth ride, but nope, getting it from script to screen was a wild journey full of setbacks. Back then, the competition between networks was intense, and no studio wanted to risk a flop. On top of that, having an ensemble cast made the execs pretty nervous. In fact, NBC actually passed on the Others twice because they weren't sure about it. To make the story stronger, the creators had to slowly develop an overarching plot about a powerful evil force targeting the group. Finally, NBC gave it a shot on their Saturday night supernatural lineup, but unfortunately, it never made it past its first season. Tough break. Today, the series is available on Tubi, although you might be able to find it on YouTube if you're lucky if you search its name. Statutory warning, don't confuse this series with the film of the same name released in 2001, featuring the famous actress Nicole Kidman in its posters. Now, that completes our list of underrated sci-fi shows from the 2000s that no one talks about enough. Watch them and share your insightful experiences with us in the comments down below. Thanks for watching this video. We'll catch you in the next one on our channel, Marvelous Videos.
And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, be safe out there, and thanks for watching.